and would like to give us a summary of how you think the season's gone so far for the first team.
Well, obviously coming in part way through a season, it's always difficult, but it has its positives as well. The coaching team that was here before done a great job and provided a good platform for us to, in my opinion, implement what we were trying to do for the season. So obviously it's a slightly different ethos. We wanted to do things our way, and by having enough points in the bank, we were able to experiment and accept that we're going to lose games, get into where we want to be. As a management team, we all knew what we wanted, but to a player, it had to be made in small steps. So, we were conceding a lot of goals. We had to nip that in the bud. And then it's that fine balance moving through the season of keeping it steady at the back, but also looking for lads to express themselves and create an attractive form of football that I think we're slowly evolving to do. Yes, like I'm saying, I'm repeating a little bit, we did lose games doing it, but the short-term disappointment from a player or someone looking on the outside, it never really kind of gave us alarm bells, because when we were analysing games, we knew that the small steps were being made and going in the right direction. That took a lot of patience, and to keep a happy group when you're not winning games, but also at the same time gaining things in the right direction to where we need to be. It's a juggling act. So you've got to keep players happy in the short term, even though they're losing, because deep down we knew what we wanted to get to. So, I'm not saying we've done it, we're getting there. But at about Christmas time, just after Christmas time, we started to match targets, and results then started to reflect what we've been trying to achieve. So the small piece of the jigsaw, so to speak, they all started to come together. Again, then you get the players' respect, then you get the players' belief, because the proof's in the pudding. But also, again, that juggling act of keeping people's feet and players' feet on the ground, because there's always something new to learn, there's always something new to achieve, because nobody knows everything, we don't, and certainly the players don't.
Yeah, you can reflect that in the way you've climbed up the league. Around about Christmas time, we were around about 17th, somewhere around about that, and we finished 10th. We got as high as 8th, in fact. And so, looking at the way the games are going, I mean, you're playing some really good football. How's the training sessions going? It seems to be coming together well.
I'm not personally as active as I'd like to be. We've got a coaching team with Coatsy doing a lot of the physical stuff. Quite a lot of barking orders rather than physical, but fitness was a big thing. So what we wanted to achieve and what we're achieving requires fitness. And I've always said to the lads, if you're not fit enough, you won't play. It doesn't matter how good you are or how good you've been over the last couple of seasons. To fit in and go in the right direction, we've got to be super fit. And to be fair to the group, as we've gone along, we've added some young lads who have really given us a lot of injection of fitness, with a mixture of the older spine of the team. Not older, but I suppose they are, some of them. But it works well. And we train how we play.
Yeah, we've noticed
how we play.
We've noticed some players have stepped up. Quite a few players actually have stepped up from the reserves. So what did you see in those players to make them, make the jump into the first team?
I mean, first and foremost, to have a reserves is brilliant. We all train together. We get to know each other. It's about knowing who people are. First and foremost, in our opinion, because we want the right people to reflect the club. They then will be receptive of new challenges, and we know that. And the ones that tick boxes, it was a blank canvas coming in. If you're doing it, we speak well with the reserves manager. Nick's doing a great job. He will give good reports on players, and we'll give them a chance. Obviously suspensions and injuries come along throughout the season, and it gives people an opportunity. And there's probably 3 or 4 that have come through and they've been given an opportunity, done well, and kept the shirt.
Yeah.
So everyone trusts you. You know, proofs in the pudding, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very, very good. I mean, the pathway that Kirby's got, even from the under-18s as well, is looking really strong.
Yeah, it's brilliant, and that's, I've come from youth football, and if you're good enough, you're old enough. You know, I'm not that, you know, that kind of guy to say we could play a whole team of 17, 18, 19-year-olds. It wouldn't work. You need that experience, and we've got a nice blend. And you know, we've had a lot of the under-18s come in training, playing for the reserves. Young Josh, who's represented the under-18s this season, has played 2 or 3 times for the first team. So, you know, the avenues are there, the options are there for players working their way through the club, and we'll look at you, and you know, we'll help them and get them to represent the top of the pyramid of the old club, which is a good story, isn't it?
Yeah, the whole club itself has finished very strong in their own respective leagues as well. So what we've got in store for next season then?
Next season is going to be an exciting one. We've had this season, like I've said previously in this interview, that we've had a platform to build. We've lost games doing it. We've learned by losing. We've not gone down. We couldn't go up, and it's started to come into place. The difference next year is we'll be less of an underdog. So psychologically, we need to be more prepared. But you know, we're going to take each. I'm not even going to say each game as it comes. It's going to be each half of a game. So each 45 minutes will be analysed, and how we can get 3 points by enjoying the football and playing the right way.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time today.
No worries.